And that brought us to today. Modern Winnie the Pooh.
The day
Which I guess I should ask. Go ahead.
Never mind, that was a dumb joke. Go ahead.
Aw, you're fine. I was gonna say, like, I never watched like the CG Winnie the Pooh stuff, like the one mystery clue finder people.
Oh, right, with Darby. It was okay, honestly.
I've never heard of
It's
it.
harmless. It's just not the same.
Gotcha.
It's like a show made for kids. Like, it's got a new human character. Her name is Darby, and she helps.
Oh, who's that floating there?
Oh,
It's Eeyore, my sister's favorite character.
You never would have thought I was a good swimmer, huh? Neither did I.
I'm surprised he's lasted as long as he is. His nose and mouth are fully
yeah.
submerged.
Why isn't he, like, up on his back?
He just lifts up. He's like, hello.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I'm just drifting through the seas, just like I drift through life.
Well, you don't have to if you don't want to. Just goes right on, just drifting on. So
Poor Eeyore.
It's a sad life. But
Just them. It's
fun.
like, my God, what a killjoy!
Again, always won every party. So we wanted to stop him by just jumping in front of him, and then we fish him out.
Like you. I mean, I was
Your will.
content with just drifting about, but I guess I shouldn't be
Piglet, that's
rude.
very rude. You're supposed to stand on his eyes are over here, Piglet.
But wait,
What?
he's noticing
What's
something.
missing?
Yeah, something's.
Oh,
I wonder.
yeah, his
I
tail.
wonder.
God damn it! He lost his left foot again.
Good grief, he's
Gotta
naked.
get that properly.
You know, I'm starting to think that a nail is just not adequate for holding on a tail.
No,
At least whatever
one
nail
nail,
he's
I
been
mean-
using.
I was
It's
gonna
way
say,
too
like,
loose.
I would say, like, there's your problem. Like, you know, it's if a nail hasn't solved your problem, you just haven't used enough of them.
no. He needs something else. He needs either a stapler, hot glue,
Or
double-sided
welded onto
tape.
him.
Or
Yeah.
or a sewing needle.
Meanwhile, as
Yeah, a sewing needle.
as you're saying this, Eeyore's eyes are just dilating further and further as he hears the horrible ideas that are about to be subjected to. So basically, here comes our next big major mechanic that is going to be explained once and then never used again until the very end of this world, which is we have to basically play Hey You Pikachu with Winnie the Pooh for a little bit.
Oh boy.
Which, just throwing this out there, Disney, I would buy.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say, I do. I'm one of those people who actually loved Hey You Pikachu as a kid.
I did and
It was a
didn't.
cute. It was a cute idea. If
I
not-
never played
or it was a cute idea, if not fundamentally flawed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there was such a way that I could emulate it and give it and feed it my own microphone, kind of like that one PS2 game.
Oh yeah.
Since it's so much
Watch
more
out,
quality,
Sora!
since
The Pooh Bear is coming.
Look at him just bounding off. What a champ.
I do believe you have something of mine, and I want it back.
I do want...
Don't think I don't see you there.
Jesus Christ.
Run!
Today
You'll never
is a
find me
good
behind
day
you.
to die.
You know it's not funny to ignore me despite my waddling over to you.
I want that
It's all
now.
that extra fluff in
want-
his leg.
Oh,
Since
then what do you want now?
everybody- Since everybody can modify those games so easily, I want
Oh.
buff-ass Winnie the Pooh instead of Nemesis in Resident Evil 3.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Just instead
shows
of stars, it's like,
Honey.
I
No.
love that. Just like, yeah, he's just charging Jill like, you know, there's a fee to be standing around like a clown, you know. And then just charge him anyway. So,
There was this one guy,
okay. Go
and
ahead,
he
go
looked at me, and I did not like that.
what's up, James?
When I literally wouldn't all, honey. The first thing on my mind wasn't even Pooh, but just like, God, I can't believe I'm about to say this. Freaking, if there was a mod that replaced Nemesis with fucking Julius.
oh, right.
No.
Minnie!
I think that would actually be a really
no.
solid fit. Also, this is probably one of my favorite minigames just because it was so easy to do, and because you could do this. Oh, I did it first
Oh,
try.
there you go.
Just Rabbit's expression.
I Hello there, Eeyore.
Oh, look, we found his tail.
Oh, look at that.
There are ways though where if you want to go for the high score, you can press a little bit like afterwards, and then you can send Pooh flying into the savannah.
Good thing he was just a little kid like Sora, literally, sending him that high. Imagine if you were playing as a giant ape.
It's like, you got him. But Pooh's like, I don't think this is gonna.
Actually, if it was
like
if it was DK, it would just send him straight to the moon.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, they all are idiots, aren't they?
Yes, Al. Yes, they are. Who voiced Al originally before, Craig Ferguson?
I will look that up for you.
Please do.
So as you're seeing here, one of the other big reasons why you want to do these torn pages is that you will get magic upgrades and stuff. Like one of them, we got the Bambi summon, which is really good because Bambi summons a lot of magic orbs for you to use during battle.
Okay,
there
so...
we just got our stop upgrade. Go for it.
Okay, so in the original mini adventures, it was classic Disney veteran Hal Smith. In pretty much everything else up until the 2011 movie, it was a man by the name of Andrei Tochka. I don't know if that's how you pronounce his last name.
Andrei Stochka.
Yeah.
Apparently he was American.
I guess.
He was also the king in Cinderella 3.
Oh, that
nice.
guy!
Oh my God! There's take one step down.
I
those
forbid you
stairs.
to take another step down those stairs!
Okay.
Okay.
It's not that. I was like, I forbid you to bounce one more step.
And then Tigger's like, okay. Tigger would do that just because he's so.
He would do that. He would do that.
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
You know what? I am convinced,
All right.
and this is just a personal headcanon.
Oh, yeah,
Tigger
Rue's
has
been safe.
ADHD. He just can't sit still.
I mean, that's
Or he just has a lot of
that's just
energy.
who he be. So
Here's a
we
little
have
warm-up.
this part is a little bit. It can be a little tricky. The minigame itself isn't too bad. This is basically a big old fun little original area that Tigger and Rue like to hang out and do their bouncy in, and unfortunately,
Oop.
Oh, you messed it up.
And unfortunately, at this point, the game is like, okay, we gotta remove your hide, and I can't skip this. I tried,
Damn it.
and unfortunately,
You foiled the art of jumping. Foiled it. Foiled it.
Oh, you
Foiled
mean
it.
bouncing,
Oh
sir.
gosh.
You would never call it easy.
Now I've
Chickens
now
don't
I've
jump,
soiled
they
it.
bounce.
you'll be fine. Oh yeah, you just saw the attitude. So now we just have to do a little bit of this back and forth, all the leader, just to prove our worth to them. Oh
Just
jeez.
had a dumb thought out of my mind. Just a Gwee statement there. Now I can just imagine Tigger just holding up a mirror and doing the soiled it.
So just real
What
quick,
was
just
that?
to turn our topic back. Who do we have left on the whole Pooh retrospective thing?
I think me.
I think you, Logan.
It was Jordan. I think it was you and Gwee left.
Yeah,
you
because
go
I
first,
already
Allie?
said mine. I already said mine.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
go first, Allie.
so. Yeah, Winnie the Pooh was pretty much the embodiment of my childhood, and it means something a little more special to me, personally, because it was how I learned how to speak when I was
Aw,
when my autism was becoming more on set, and yeah, it was a way for my parents to be able to communicate with me and help me learn how to socialize at a young age. I think if it hadn't been for that, I don't think I would have been as socially developed as I am now.
That's good.
And so and like Dad usually he would take my stuffed animals of Winnie the Pooh and imitate their voices so I could talk to them. And just
Really?
yeah, and just share stuff from the day. And my hopes and dreams, you could say. Really cliche, but
No, you're fine.
I get you.
And it was just a fun thing for me to do at the end of the day, and to just kind of get my confidence up when it came to speaking. And yeah, that's pretty much why Winnie the Pooh is so significant to me personally. But in terms of the franchise, yeah. Let's see, Many Adventures, New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. I saw all of that as a kid. Tigger movie, loved that one, and I think so far my favorite one in terms of the movies is Search for Christopher Robin because it's strangely dark and I kind of like it.
Well, I mean, it covers like certain like themes that some children movies didn't do at the time, like the idea of like separation of like of like, you know, suddenly losing a companion, even if temporarily, like just having something. It addressed like just change.
And like the fear, the fear of change, the fear of losing someone you care about, and that all kind of culminates into the things that they see on their way to find their friend.
That being said, though, I also give it credit for, despite how, you know, how dark in tone it may be, it doesn't really lose its roots. Like, it's still not, it's like, it's all mostly within their imagination.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, no, that's the thing. Like, the idea is that the world, which that was always the one part that really threw me off about some of the new Adventures of Winnie the Pooh episodes, is because it would involve like mystical things that shouldn't be the case, such as when there really was a mobster Heffalump and Woozle, when everything I had been taught up to that point was that doesn't work.
That it was
and
totally
when you
made
get
up.
these rare nuts to give to Owl. Yeah. So you give the rare nuts to Owl and he gives you cool stuff. So I'm gonna try and grab a couple more before I leave because hey, free items.
It's real estate.
Fine, let me try this. Alright, that pushes water. Hooray. And ha.
Yay.
A rare
And
nut.
it's just little goodies. So we're actually coming up to our last minigame. The unfortunate bit is that the last minigame is a bit of a doozy.
How so?
Oh.
It's the longest. I mean, I've seen some people. Think of it like cool. Remember how I mentioned that this next part is like Hey You Pikachu, but Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, the minigame kind of starts taking some of the worst aspects of Hey You Pikachu.
May I ask why, of all things, you'll find in the 100-acre wood it's literal dark matter?
Got
Yeah.
it.
Oh, and look at this, a cute little flower. Oh, funny little bee. Oh, the
Yeah,
the
yeah,
outright supernova of the universe.
If you think Tigger's someone with ADHD, I think it's Pooh Bear because he is so easily distracted.
Oh, of
I
course.
mean, yeah.
At least there.
But yeah, and then Hype, your turn. Your experiences with the Pooh Bear.
Well, it's kind of interesting, like, how I started off with Pooh Bear, because I know we were all waxing nostalgia in terms of, like, the Search for Christopher Robin. I would say that's not only my favorite of the Pooh movies, even though I do still really enjoy the Tigger movie. I think the Search for Christopher Robin was also, like, my first really big introduction to the series, because, like, it wasn't until sometime later where I watched the many adventures. And then I saw the Tigger movie, which was nice. I didn't get caught up with a lot of the other, like, shows. Well, not shows. I didn't really get caught up with a lot of the other movies. Like, I've never seen the Piglet movie or the Heffalump movie and whatnot. I remember watching episodes of the New Adventures, like sporadically here and there, like... And I do remember enjoying it whenever I do see it. It was just, out of all the Disney afternoon shows at the time, it wasn't really one of the ones I would, like, be, like, super excited for, even though I still think that it's a really good show that holds up pretty well today.
It's honestly one of the few Disney afternoon shows that hold up the best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Assuming you're mostly going off of like the first season, which was mostly animated by TMS.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Also, as we see here, Winnie the Pooh is currently on the trail of some footprints. Because he's lost everybody again.
Again?
But they'll get
Yes, again. What happened? Oh, so the people took out.
you see, Sora. Go ahead.
No, it's like, so basically he's like, he thinks he's found the person who's behind everyone's disappearance. So he's gonna start following these footprints, and he won't stop until he finds them.
Nobody
Except-
tell him.
Let's just wait. Let's just
No,
wait.
actually, someone do tell
I
him
give
because
him a-
he'll be going on it for a while.
Yeah.
I give him- I
I
give
can
him a-
figure it out
what was
on
that-
myself.
what-
Don't tell me.
What was that Squidward quote? Like, I gave him a week. I gave him.
No, Sandy said I'll give him
11
a week. Squidward said I'll give
That
him
was it,
11
thank you.
minutes. And Patrick just
No,
said
5
Patrick
minutes.
sad. No, he said 11.
He said
it's
5.
11.
Yeah, 11.
He
This
said
is
11.
in reference to the
It wasn't
length of the
11.
episode.
Yeah, it was 11. Are you kidding me?
I will look up the transcript.
Please,
but for now,
please look it up
while
because
we
it
have-
said
while we
5 in
have
the
this
show.
No,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
11 minutes. I distinctly remember that quote.
while we
It's-
have
it
this
is-
deliberation, we
Yeah,
found Eeyore.
Because it is in reference to the length of the episode. It's a fourth wall break.
Okay, I heard 5 minutes, but I could be wrong.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I'll look it up. No
It's
worries.
fine,
So
we're not
no
upset with
one's
you.
upset at anyone. So what's going on here? This is now the whole grand quote-unquote hide and go seek mission of this minigame, which is to guide Winnie the Pooh, because in most cases Winnie the Pooh will be required to find these people. We need to lead Winnie the Pooh trudging along.
Pooh
Look
Bear.
at that lovely branch.
Oh,
Isn't it fabulous?
Okay,
God, I
I
think I
think
broke
you're
it.
right
Sometimes the
about
game
Pooh
might
having
break.
ADHD.
Yeah, I think. Roo, get down.
Have
Winnie the
you
Pooh, are
ever
you still staring at the?
Have you ever seen
I think
Oh
your
my
game was
God.
branch?
I think
Okay,
your game glitched.
Either.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Oh no!
There we
oh,
go.
Oh,
Just-
okay,
there we
never
go.
mind. There he goes.
You just sometimes you just gotta give him the old on the back of the head, and he gets right back up and running around. I love him. He's great like that. Pooh. Oh, hey, Roo. So busy trying to bounce. Roo, you gotta. There you go. So we found.
Oh, I get it. That's technically the This is pretty much the timeout spot.
Yep,
Yes,
you're going to
everybody
time
has to
out.
go in,
Almost looked like a jail.
and so yeah, as far as you can see, the longest part of this is just gonna be trying to lead Winnie the Pooh everywhere. Rabbit,
Ooh.
just tackle him. Get into the pit now.
Just stay there. Because apparently
all by
Pooh was
yourself. Hey, Pooh,
required.
welcome to the party.
Oh, he made tracks.
Now that I'm thinking
Okay.
about it, remember back when Mario Kart had a whole mode which was literally cops and robbers?
Yeah, and I thought that I think they should do more with that. It was fun.
Yeah,
So,
that was really funny.
Get him up. We gotta take Winnie the Pooh to these blue flowers, because when he goes near them, he tries to grab onto one of the flowers, and a bunch of butterflies also take notice.
Oh, that's also
Aw.
from the
That's- yeah,
Search
that's
for
in
Christopher
reference
Robin.
to
The hunt for red the hunt
The
for red
search
robin.
for Christopher Robin. You want cultured swine?
Yum.
But, I guess,
Yeah.
was there anything else that we wanted to talk about before I continue? Because I wasn't finished with my Pooh retrospective.
No, go for it.
Yeah,
but
go
basically,
ahead.
I'm gonna try and do this to make sure that Pooh doesn't fall into the trunk. There we go. That just knocked down the hive, so it'll cover the whole. Anywho, that's basically just know that I'm just doing these last little bits to find Piglet and to get Owl. So yeah, go for it.
Okay, so like I said, I definitely remember watching episodes of the show. I haven't really kept up with a lot of the movies. Again, the only ones I've ever seen were The Search for Christopher Robin and the Tigger movie, and of course the original. Oh, and the 2011 film. Like, I honestly
Yes,
really
yes,
enjoy
yes.
that film for what it is. Like,
It
let me
has
see.
some good
Aside
jokes.
from that, oh yeah, it's some good jokes, really nice performances, gorgeous animation. One that I'm genuinely curious about, I know I'm not supposed to because, modern Disney movie, but I am still very curious about Christopher Robin because I will say whatever you want about, like, the modern Disney movies. I'll give that one not flack. I'll give that one some credit in that out of all the live-action rehashes, I think that one is probably the most interesting just in merits of, like, unlike the others, it's not like a straight-up remake. Like, it's at least trying to tell its own original story. And the story itself, I actually do think is pretty interesting, and I am curious to see how exactly they pull it off.
Yeah.
Actually,
Oh, last but not
Piglet. Mm.
least.
ah yes,
Piglet.
Piglet, too afraid to come out of his own shadow.
Pooh, where the hell are Piglet? You can see light from the whole. You're not like buried underground.
Maybe he's just, like, covering his eyes, and it's just too
Guess so.
scared to pull him up.
So Piglet ran out the tree and found his little hole, and Pooh's like, "Oh, he ain't coming out."
Nope.
That's fine. We'll just grab,
Well, I
Just-
tried.
toss him into the pit.
Yay, there we go.
And with that, we've done it.
Yay!
Don't
we
ask
got
about
all
work-
the
don't
pegs
ask about
to the
work.
center of the board.
Don't ask about where Kanga is. That the story hopes you forget.
I don't think Kinga appears in any of the Kingdom Hearts games.
No,
I'm
she
not-
doesn't.
I think I could have sworn she made at least a cameo in the second game.
She is in two, and then
Oh.
in the third one they did, bring in that one Heffalump.
Oh
Right,
right.
yeah.
What's his name again? Lumpy?
I don't know. I never saw
think
Lumpy.
they- yeah.
Because I never
Lumpy,
saw
Lumpy
the
is just his
Yes.
nickname. He's
I never-
got a very long name.
Because I never saw that movie
Me
all
neither.
the way through.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I've seen only a few of the movies up to the Piglet movie. I have not seen all of the Heffalump movie. I did not see the 2011 movie at all, except for that one scene where, with the knot.
The
Oh.
Knot. Honestly, Jordan, that movie is on Disney Plus too, right?
It is.
Okay, honestly, Jordan, if you want sometime this weekend, we could watch together.
Sure, I'd be up for it. Oh, and actually, I forgot to do something. So, the last thing that I did watch with my niece, Audrey, was this mini movie that teaches the Pooh gang on how to write their names. And it was actually a really nice bonding moment between us because we learned how to write our names as we were watching it. And I want to dedicate this part to her because she's actually not feeling too well today. She had an earache.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear. I hope she feels better.
Yeah, me too. I mean, she's slowly getting better, but I'm glad I was able to help take care of her today. And I know she's not gonna watch this now because, she's 6, but...
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yo.
we do a lot of the
Ooh.
cursing and the raunchy stuff at times.
And
But I
there's
don't think we
that.
did any of it during the Pooh part because Pooh Bear.
Well, of course.
It would be
Goodbye.
sacrilege. It would be sacrilegious to do that. Yeah, so with that said, that's that. With that, we have completed this fun little detour from the cruel horrors that await us in the future of this series.
Let's make
Because you know what? That was also the point of the original books, was to provide people an escape from the realities of war and everything else that was happening at the time.
And thus, that was the story.
Also,
of
I just see
how
that just every time they do like Winnie the Pooh stuff, and I see them do like the cover with like Sora there and stuff, Christopher Robin, I just imagine in every one of those poses, you see the actual Christopher Robin just off screen, and him just doing like the JonTron. What?
I was about to say there was that, and/or the idea of it being like, and thus, Sora completed his assimilation for taking over Christopher Robin's life. And that's, I don't know.
God.
I was gonna say
Fade
he
to
completed a
black on
memoir of his own life written in blue ink.
Blue ink.
My blue
Yeah, instead of red.
Fair. So yeah,
That'll
that-
throw the copyright holders off guard.
Of course. Yeah. Thank you all for joining us for that. Now on, pure violence and carnage ensues, I promise.
Yeah. Till next time, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
And now that we're out of Winnie the Pooh world, we can finally say things like